Pleasure Victim from Berlin on Revenge of the 80s Radio. Terri Nunn, John Crawford, and David Diamond of the original Berlin lineup have reunited for a new album, Transcendence. Terri Nunn, Berlin's lead singer, actress, radio host, and former co-host of one of our favorite podcasts, Between the Sheets, is on with me now to talk about it. Welcome back to Revenge of the 80s Radio, Terri.
Oh, thank you, Chris. How you doing?
Excellent. Having a great time. We've grown. I see you've done a lot since then. And this is the 40th anniversary of Berlin's formation. Having said that,
yeah, I know.
And having said that, what brought you, Crawford, and Diamond together and inspired you to record the album?
Tragedy first. Isn't it interesting how when one door closes, another opens? John Crawford, my original partner in the band, he was in the throes of a divorce, called me, because I've been through it, and we held each other. And at the same time, literally, David Diamond, his partner left him. 8-year relationship. They'd got a house together. He thought it was forever, and it ended. So that's how we got together, taking care of each other, and then got creative. And wow. Things developed really quickly, and here we are.
Well, you could have made a movie out of it, Sergeant Nunn's Lonely Hearts Club Band or something like that. Diamond did leave the band at a relatively early time, Terri. That makes this reunion perhaps more surprising and more special to fans. What are some new things each of you have brought to the mixing board with the post-Berlin experiences each of you had to record Transcendence?
Well, John Crawford is a writing machine. He's still so prolific. He literally had 40 songs more as we were recording these 12. And I said, John, we've got to finish these songs. Okay, we can't just keep working on new ideas. So that's what he brought to the table. David Diamond is just amazing at arrangement and developing already created ideas into brilliance. And I wrote a lot of lyrics about, what it's like to lose someone, what it's like sexuality now, what it's like to have my body changing in front of me and wondering why. So, we all bring different things.
Well, it does explain a lot about the album. It's a new one, and let's talk about some of the tracks. The sultry one, On Your Knees, appropriately leads into a new version of your classic Sex Ima, which is arguably Berlin's signature song. But you give this a heavier, more driving house dance mix tone.
Yeah, it was originally, that remix was created by Derek Canavo, the producer of Animal, our last album. But that record label didn't want it on that album. They said, we want only new songs. We don't want any remakes. So we didn't put it on, and a lot of people loved that remix. They said, you got to release that. So we presented it to this record label, and they said, yeah, let's put it on. So John did his new vocal on it. I did too, and there you have it. It's Sex 2019.
Oh, there you go. And let's go to the new tracks, though. Show Me Tonight is the first single from the album. We'll play that at the end of our conversation. Interestingly, and of course, with what you just said a little while ago, the addition of the spoken word clips resembling old commercials for skincare and other so-called self-help products of the past.
Yeah, that's our old friend Richard Blade. We've known him for decades. He's a very well-known DJ now on Sirius XM. He just killed it. We said we needed a sleazy TV announcer to be on this song telling, women, hey, I'll help you lose weight. You've got to call now. And he just got meaner and meaner and meaner as the song went on, and it was just wonderful. We love that guy. He just killed it.
It's always great to pull in a great DJ to help out with an album. Now, the title track may have a little synth, but it also features something that we didn't hear out of you guys in the past, and it's a nice addition, a real piano. Which is great, a great addition. It's during the verses, of course. It's still synth heavy, but I like the piano addition there.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's a song about my mother. When she passed, she told me what it felt like, and she said it's amazing. So I sat down and wrote that song based on what she told me. It's called Transcendence.
I could use some Transcendence nowadays because sitting behind the microphone, I think, what would would it be like to just do this out of body? Then I'm thinking maybe they wouldn't hear my voice, so maybe that's not such a great thing. Anyway, Terri Nunn is with me on Revenge of the 80s Radio. We're talking about the new Berlin album, Transcendence. You'll also be touring with the B-52s this year, but before we talk about that, I've had you on the show in our earlier days, and you were part of our growth, and I thank you for that. But I never got to do this, and I always meant to ask you this. You tried out for the part of Princess Leia in Star Wars, Terri. That part, of course, went to Carrie Fisher. This could have dramatically changed both New Wave and movie history. You've had several acting credits under your belt at the time anyway, and even left music to go back into acting again. But you as Leia would be quite interesting. So how did you see the character when you tried out?
I saw her as a very self-contained, strong woman, very smart. That's how I played her. I think Carrie Fisher was a little more laid back with it, and I think she did a great job. Somebody asked me before, do you feel you were a better Princess Leia? No, I don't. And I'm glad that she got it, because then I got my dream, which is Berlin.
Well, your fans should be happy too. Your fans should be happy too. But I also don't think I could ever. I also don't think I could ever imagine a Disney-fied Terri Nunn after their purchase of the franchise. Especially hearing you on Between the Sheets. So I don't think there could be a Disney Terri Nunn. Maybe.
Well, actually, we rewrote sex, and we played Epcot. They hired us, but they said you can't play sex as it is. So we rewrote it. So the chorus was like, I'm a man, I'm an evil queen, I'm a witch, I'm a dwarf.
Maybe it could be the new breed of Disney princess one of these days, and they turn around and make them a little tougher. Terri Nunn with me on Revenge of the 80s Radio. Let's talk about the tour, Terri. You're on the road now, touring North America, which includes a date at the Central Park Summer Stage.
Yes, I'm so looking forward to that. That's the last show of our tour with the B-52s, and I've never played Central Park. I'm really excited about it.
Berlin puts together a great show on stage, the B-52s as well, so it's going to be a great tour. What other cities might you be looking forward to playing?
Well, God, there's 32 cities, Chris. It's a big tour. We're actually starting on Saturday, August 3rd, and it goes all the way until September 24th. So we're all over America for this one. And then we go to Europe for a month.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing that. You can find out more on our show, Revenge of the 80s Radio, and our website, revengeofthe80sradio.com. We'll be following Berlin on tour. We'll tell you what's going on in Europe when the news comes out. Terri Nunn, thank you again for coming on with us on Revenge of the 80s Radio.
Thank you for including me again, Chris, on your show.
We'd love to have you on again several more times. Let's play a track from Transcendence, Show Me Tonight, new from Berlin on Revenge of the 80s Radio.